How you doing? Welcome to Gaming Solo. My name is Rob, your solo gamer friend, and this is a gaming solo setup of Boonlake, produced by Alexander Pfister and published by Capstone Games. You're more than welcome to set the game up with me so that when we do our playthrough tomorrow, you can play along with me and see how much better you did versus I, and see if you beat the Automa. Good chance you're going to do way better than me. Good chance you're going to beat the Automa. Good chance I'm going to lose to the Automa. So we'll see how that plays out in the end, and I'll see you in a moment for the setup. Alright, the first thing you want to do, of course, is grab your board and set it out in the play area. Set up to the best of your ability for what player you're playing in. This board game will take up some space on your board, so just do your best. Set the board up right there. The next thing you want to do is you want to grab your 42 building tiles. They have blank backs just like this. There's nothing on them. Backs are blank. The other side, of course, are tiles that you'll be laying out on the tile area. And set those within reach. I'm going to set mine right here. I'm going to break these into two stacks so they won't get toppled over, and I'll draw from this stack first before I draw from that stack. Next, you want to grab your pasture tiles, which you should have look like this right here, and set them out also. Then you want to grab your player tiles, and you want to remove, since we're playing solo, you want to remove the tiles that have the backs of the 3 or the 4 player symbols. So all you have left are the 2 player symbols. And what you want to do is, once you pull them out, you want to shuffle them up, mix them up real good, and you want to lay them on the board in areas that have 2 player symbols. Because we're playing Automa, of course it'll be 2 player. So you should have 2 here in the southern region, and the rest will be in the Boonlake region south of the little waterway there. And mix them up and just randomly flip them over and start stacking them out. I like to go right in a line right there, so that way it is as random as it'll get. And I don't get to pick and choose where they're going. I'm just going right down the line. Makes the gameplay a little bit more fair. Now when you see bridges between tiles, those tiles are considered connected, just like right here. Same with here. If you have a tile here, you got this bridge here, it'll be connected to that tile there. Next, you want to grab your 4 black tokens. These are called region markers. And you want to put one next to each of the regions on the board. So you have Unknown, you have Boonlake, you have Southern, and you have New Hope. And I try to put them down right underneath the names there, so that way they're just right in the spot, kind of out of the way, but still next to the area. Because once you play it, you will cover up the numeric value on there. Next, you want to take the vases, the levers. I'll put the vases and levers over here. Along with all the coins, you have coins that are a value of 1, coins that are a value of 5, and coins that are a value of 20. And place them within easy reach of you. You'll probably use the 1s and 5s more often, so put them closer to you than you would have for the levers, the bases, or the 20 value coins. Next, you want to take the project cards, which is this huge stacks of cards right here. You see how huge it is, and just shuffle them up. If I've already done that off screen. And then once you take those, you deal yourself 6 cards. Automa does not get cards at all. And then put the rest of the cards someplace within reach so that you'll be able to have easy access to them. And I think I'll place them right here. Once again, I said this game takes up some space, so working table space would be the best to your advantage there. And we'll go over the cards I drew here in a bit. I'm just going to set them to the side till I'm done setting up. Next, you want to grab 2 action boards. One for yourself, face up just like this. It doesn't matter which one, they're all the same. And then the second action board is for the Automa. And you want to put it this side up, which is the back side of your action board. And place that to within easy reach of you. Like I said, placement may get adjusted as we go, only because of the limited space this game creates, and of course the limited space I have. Then you want to take the 7 action tokens, or strips, not tokens. They look like this, there's 7 of them. And you want to mix them up as best you can. And you want to take the action board and put that someplace where you can draw them from. I think I'm going to put it right here. And you mix these 7 tokens up real good, and you lay them out however you want to from top to bottom. Flip them over as you go, and I'll explain how these work during gameplay, of course. You grab your player tokens, whatever color you're using. Go ahead and spill them out in your area because you're going to stack them in your board. I chose yellow. And what you want to do is you want to place 3 of your meeples on the board. Take the remainder of your meeples, or your workers, whatever you want to call them, and place them somewhere within reach. I'm going to put them at the top of my board up here. And then once you do that, you want to take the houses, the village, and the horses and lay them in their areas, following the symbols there. You place 1 meeple there, and your second meeple there. Those are earned once you clear those areas out. You take your 2 boats, which look just like this, and you place them both in the start area right here on the waterway. And I'm laying mine on the side just so you can see it. Then you take your houses, and you put your houses in these areas here. You take your village, you place your village in this row here, so you guys should have 6 houses, 4 villages, and then your cattle you will place here, and you should have 5 cattle. And I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick off screen so you have to watch me put it out there. Now that's done, you want to grab your boat and put it in the 1 to 2 player start point up here, which will be in the very top corner. You want to take your resource markers or tokens, which look like this. You should have 4 of these. You should have a +1 and a +2, and just set them around the board within reach. Take your 1/200 token, just kind of put that away for now. You want to grab your player markers. You put 1 at the top of your income track, 1 at the top of your card track, and the other one on the 0 space on the board. Next, you want to grab your scoring tiles. They look just like this. You want to mix them up. Grab 2 for yourself. And just randomly grab 2. So I'm just going to spray it out here and pull 1 here. And spread out some more, 1 from here. And then you want to randomly set 3 scoring tiles in the areas that are not the color that you've chosen. Since I've chosen yellow, I will not put 1 there yet. So I'm just going to grab the top 3 and you place it here. Here and here. And then I'm going to look at the 2 scoring tiles that I drew. And I'll look at the ones I want, and it looks like I selected 1. If I have looks like multiple resources, additional resources, I will get points per score if I play whichever round I scored in. Or if I have that round have played day or night cards, or dust cards, day or dust cards, I will score. That will be 1 day and 1 dust card for round 2, 0 day, 0 dust for round 1, and so forth. If I play those many cards then I will be able to score points off of that. So I think I'll do the cards. Looks like it's the easiest way to score multiple points. Like I said, if you score, when you score yours and you achieve it, you can get double points for that also. So instead of getting 4 points, I can get 8 points and so forth. And then take the rest of the scoring tiles and put them back in the box. You'll no longer need them. Finally, grab your resources, tokens, and you should have them on the +1 side. Select whichever one you want and you put that in the resource slot up here. That means you will always have that resource available to you regardless if your boat's there or not. But before you do that, you want to look at your cards and see which cards require the most amount of resources or the most amount of same resources, so you know which one you want to work with first. And on my cards I have a whole lot of stone, and every card has I want to say the blue is or. So I'm going to put it in the blue area, and I think it's or whatever, but everyone has it, so I'm going to get +1 or every turn. So if I have a boat there, I will have 2 or. If I put a third boat there, that'll give me 3 or. So, and that ends your setup, and put the remainder tokens back where you can reach them. Take these 4 tokens, put them to the side. You will use those at the end of each round for your scoring tiles. And now you want to select a color for your AI. The Wise Eminence is his name, and you want to fill his board up with his houses, his cattle, and his villages also. And then you'll have your first row is houses, second row is village, and third row is cattle. And you want to put a marker on the 0 spot on the cactus track right there, and a second marker on the score area right there. So I'm going to do that off screen, and I'll be right back to show you the setup there. Once you're done setting up the Wise Eminence board, you will not need your workers or your canoes, and you will only need 2 of your 3 resource marker tracks. One goes on the cactus, the other one will go in the scoring area, and you will put the AI's boat right next to yours. You will also not need your scoring tile trackers or the resource trackers. The Wise Eminence is only going to use the house, the village, and the cattle as part of the game. He will also not receive cards. Finally, you want to grab the solo tiles. They look like this. They have that symbol in the middle. And you want to take them and divide them between A's and B's. The B's and the A's will be between the top quarter and the bottom, or the top third and the bottom 2/3 of the card on each end right there. And so you set them out so you have A's and your B's. Then you decide the difficulty level. If you want to play on easy, you remove all 4 B tiles. If you want to play medium, you remove 1 A and 3 B tiles. If you want to play challenging, you remove 2 A and 2 B tiles. If you want to play difficult, remove 3 A and 1 B tile. If you want to play very difficult, remove all 4 A tiles. I think I'm going to play medium, where I keep 1 B tile in there, and where I remove 1 A and keep 1 B tile. So the difference between A and B tiles is usually the AI, if he pulls a B tile, he gets to take double actions. So that's why it makes it more difficult. So instead of taking 1 action, everything's multiplied for him. So I'm going to turn it upside down, randomly select a B, and I'll grab this one since I didn't want to go in. Put that one to the side, you won't use it anymore. Then flip up your A tiles, mix them up, and pull one of those out randomly without looking at them. And then you take your tiles and kind of just shuffle them up as best you can. And then when you do this, you kind of twist them also, because I'll explain the purpose for that, because that comes into play also. You should have 6 tiles ready to play at the end of the game. And I'm going to place them right here. Yeah, I'll place them right here so you guys can see them. And take the 1/200 marker for the Wise Eminence and just kind of put that out of the way also, just in case you score above 100, you use that to track. And that is the solo setup for Boonlake. Hopefully you're able to keep up with me. I tried to make sure I explained everything correctly. And other than that, I look forward to see you tomorrow during the playthrough. Once again, join me in the playthrough and let me know how much better you did than I. And thank you for joining me in a gaming solo setup. And I'll see you tomorrow.